Hey and welcome to this new video of learning Java. So in this video we will talk about the loops, and first of all the for loop. So the for loop, for example, first we will see the syntax of the for loop, or how we can type a for loop. So I'll just open and close those brackets, and here we have like three parameters. First, it's an integer called e, and after that, for example, the condition greater than or less than, and after that we have like I plus plus or minus minus. Those basically they are just like they're just variable that you can change them. It depends on your need. So but first, I don't want just to show you and explain you for loop, but let's make it interesting and cool. Let's try to add like variable in this array with the loop. So we will start with 0, and here I it's greater than 3. Why 3? Because we have here like this array has like just 3 elements. So first let's use like a system, or to say something to the user. So out.println print, or let's use just print, and here we will type, for example, add the here, not in here, plus plus, and I will type here element, for example, and here I will type the e. So we said that this for it will repeat 3 times. It means 0, 1 and 2, because I cannot be like greater and it's not like equal to 3. This means it will repeat 3 times. And after that, let's use our new array, just I equal to sc dot next, and let's hit enter. And here, just to make sure, for example, let's type, and for example the last thing that we type, let's save. So now what basically this for loop will do, it's first it will show us to add the 0 element, after that the 1 element, and after that 2 element, and here it will like stock those elements in our array. Here we can't, I think we can do this, I'm not sure of it. I want like to add the variable here, so that this I will not look like 0, but it will add the 1, 2 and 3. But it's okay. Let's now just run this file and test to see what we will have. No, why is that? I in E, he didn't go to this, so I will make this and save. See again. Here why it gave me nothing, because here in the condition I was used like e is greater than 3, and it's not impossible because e is just 0, 1 and 2, so that cannot be greater than 3. So now if I type this and let's run again, so here add first element and it's string, so let's type hey, again add first element, yes, and second element it's web, and here it shows, as you see here, system out dot println the new array 2. It's 2. We can also do the same thing if you want. So let's add, or let's type again this for loop, but this time to see like our array. So here I will just type I, and here let's type system with capital S, don't forget that, dot out dot println, and here say your array is, for example, and just to make like the difference between the one that we add in array and the one that we see what inside array. So now the first element, let's say this time Java, second element Java Enterprise Edition, and third element is Java FX. Its element, and here your array is Java Enterprise Edition and Java FX. We can also here type, for example, your index or element with the index of, and here index of I is this. So now let's run again. So the first element React, second Angular, and third Vue.js. So here the element with the index of 0 is React, index of 1 it's Angular, and the index of 2 it's Vue.js. It's the same thing that we type in here. So now you know about the for loop and how we can like add or create first an array, then use it with the for, so that we can add the element to this array and after that read from this array. And here also another thing, we can here put like directly the length of this array. So how we can do that? So we use new, so basically the name of our array dot length, you see it in here. So I will just copy it and paste it in the second for, and the length is 3. It's just like we type in here 3. So now if we run again, the same result. For example, add I don't know, HTML, CSS, I don't know, Bootstrap or Bullmouth, it's just a JavaScript. And here the index 0 is HTML 1, 2. So now you have like you know both way to add like in an array and to read from an array. And there is also another type of for, it's called like for each, and for that let's have another array, at this time of int, and let's name it just r equal, and let's type for example 1 5, and that's it, I think. Now let's use again the for. So for, we said here condition, and after the condition the bracket. But now we will use like a for each. For example, if you don't know like the array, not the array, the length of this array, I know we can use like the r.length, but there is another way to do that. First int, and we declare a new variable. Let's name it for example element. So element 2.r, this r. So now basically this what this element is just here, like it's just a variable. You can name it whatever you want, but it will start from the first of this array till the end. So now if I type system, so system.out.println, so println, here it is, and here I type this element. It's not element, it's like that. So now if I run, we will see choose neighbor C. That means it goes from the beginning to the end of an array. And maybe you'll notice it here, we don't have like the index of those elements. So to have an index with for each, we need to do it ourselves. So let's create a new variable, let's name it count, for example, and here every time we put something, we add the variable of this count. Why it gives me this? I must type it wrong, I believe. Variable count may not have. Yeah, I need to have it with 0, because we said that the index it starts with 0. And here now let's type, for example, let's here add the space and add this count variable. So now let's run this file, and we will see that we will have like the output with the index also. One file, and see here now 1 is the index of 0, 5 it's 1, and now we know the length of our variable or our array it's 5. So this is like a way how you can show it, or how you can know like the index of an element in an array with the for each loop. Now for example, how about if I want to break out of a loop? So for example, here when this count, for example, is equal to 3, I will break up and break up from the loop. So how we can do that? We will use them with the if statement. So if count, and since count is just an integer, so we will use just two equal, for example 3, and when he equal to 3, now we will break out from the loop, and we will use break. So now let's again run and see if everything work fine. Yeah, see here, the first element is 0, 1 and 2, and when the count, if it's equal to 3, he break out from this loop. That means we will have just 3 indexes in our array. In this case, for example, if you want to create another array but just like the half of this array, just 3, we can use this. So now we know, or we learn about for loop, for each loop, and also how we can break from a loop. Now let's go and see our, I would say, like final type of loops. It's the while loop, and keep in mind that everything you do in a while loop, you can do it also in a for loop, and everything you do with for loop, you can do it with the while loop. So syntax of while loop is like this: we type while, and here we type condition, and after that the code. So here the condition. So for example, here we will use the scanner. I will add this also. String. Let's type it just int. For example, int, and here next int, and here for example s is equal to 10. Not equal. So basically, this code in here will repeat while this condition is false. So here I will type like a message to the user, system.out.println. So println, and here I will tell him to type a number. We'll put it just in print, not in println, and I will type it here also, and I will also copy this and paste it in here. So no, without int this time. So basically what I write here is just this loop will like continue and repeat itself until the user type this 10. And when the user type 10, that means this condition here become false, and after that we will break out of the loop. So let's try this. Let's run file, and in here let's type a number 5, for example, type a number 9 0, and as you see here that the loop it's repeating itself until we type 10. So let's type 10 in here, enter, and we break out from the loop. And here also we can type just like for the for each and for loop also we can add, for example, a count. We can name it whatever we want. Let's start with 0, and here let's like increment this variable of count, and here let's give like a message to the user. Here let's tell him, for example, you tried, and here this count times. So now let's save, let's go back and refresh. Yeah, so it's refreshing. Here let's add a number, so 1 2 3 4 5, and so 5 times we messed up. Now let's add 10, and here you tried 5 times. That means this count it's 5. Here let's add just an element so that here can like go to the line and then execute this build successfully. So now you know like the difference between the for loop, for each, and while loop. Also we did some example in them, and just keep in mind that, as I said before, everything that we do in the while loop we can do it also for the for loop, and same for everything that we do for the for loop we can do it also for the while loop or in the while loop. And now we will see like our final type or the last type of the loops. It's the while loop. So for the syntax we start here with do, and then we open the bracket, and here we put the while, and here the condition. So here for the condition it will be like same as it's different than 10. Don't forget semicolon in here, and in here I will add this. Just copy and paste them in here. I will delete this from here, and here I will just make it like just this way. So now basically I will program do, so he will do this until like the condition here it become false. So let's run it again, and now we will see. So type a number 5, type a number again 9. So basically what he do, so he will repeat those things until this condition become false. And for the moment it's true because like 5 and 9 are different than 10. 6 also is different than 10. But if I type 10, now we see that he break out from the loop. So now we see like all the type of the loop in this video. In the next video I believe we will see the maps, and we will introduce to our collection. So I think this is all for this video, and see you next.